With the new symbiote team up collection in play, I have to try to max this one out because there's just too many fan favorite characters for me on this list. We got, of course, Silver Surfer and Venom. We got Null waiting in the wings, Carnage, and now Spider-Man. This is an absolutely huge list of characters who I would love to get maximum buffage for. So we've got 125 tokens right now. I'm going to go through all the buffs and talk about what I think are the best ones for them and for, I think it's alien allies that it will hit. And then we'll see how much more we got to spend, with the MasterCard and the Visa to get a little bit further. Maybe even max this thing out day one. We'll have to wait and see. So first up, we got We Are Venom. And by the way, before we get into this, I don't want anybody to feel FOMO about building this up. You should only do this if you love these characters. Keep in mind that this content is kind of paywall at the beginning in a way, but it gets cheaper as time goes on. Because, for example, with this new symbiote team-up collection added, the existing Avengers team-up collection can now be farmed. The tokens can now be farmed for free in Alliance Battle Extreme or Alliance Battle Legend. So just keep that in mind if you go here and you look at the rewards. Wow, I'm just like dashing through all the wrong ones here. And you look at the rewards for this, you can see that it's now added. So although the symbiote team up collection is not really farmable right now, it will be farmable in the future, and it will always be, it will always tend to get cheaper over time. And then of course with the new thing that they added where you can craft, right now you cannot craft the new tokens. You cannot craft the new symbiote tokens, but you will be able to craft them in the future. So again, you can save up tokens for collections that you've maxed out. In this case, like I have a bunch of X-Force tokens over 400. And then in the future, I could just craft those into symbiote tokens when it's added after the next team collection gets added in like 3-4 months. So there are ways to wait and sort of hoard over time. And so I don't want anyone to feel like, I got to go out and buy this and do this for these characters, right? Only do it if, of course, you have the finances for it. You have the budget for it. And then also you like these characters a lot. So first one, we're going to do energy defense. Majority of the threats to the symbiotes are going to be energy characters, particularly because a lot of symbiotes are combat types. You have, Carnage. You have Agent Venom. A lot of the other ones are universal, so they don't really matter as much with Null and Silver Surfer. And then Spider-Man, his biggest weakness is going to be physical damage from combat types like Wolverine, but he doesn't really stand a chance against them. So I'd rather make Carnage and Venom and any combat symbiotes a little bit tankier against the threat of energy defense. And then obviously it makes Null and Silver Surfer also tankier against Sentry, against Jean, against Adam, against other Silver Surfers. It's really only Wolverine, Null, potentially, and Thanos that deal heavy physical damage in the PvP department. For PvE, this first one doesn't really matter. Here, Ignore Dodge is going to be better, so we're going to max Ignore Dodge. Ideally, you can max all of these, by the way, to get the max tokens, but right now I'm just going to focus on the best one for each category rather than focusing on all of them. This one actually applies to all human allies, so this one you can consider. Fire Resist is the best one because it's going to apply not only to scale Ghost Rider's damage, but it's because it applies to human allies, but also it makes human allies tankier against Jean and Ghost Rider. Or you can consider, actually no, this one only applies to human allies, so this doesn't matter for Thor at all. So yeah, I think Fire Resist is really the only one that you would do, especially because there are basically no good, besides Madeline doing mind damage, and that's only going to apply really to Spider-Man and Carnage in PvP for that kind of situation. PvE, I guess Mephisto, obviously Fire Resist, but very, very few content. Very little content applies to that. The fourth one here applies only to symbiotes. You probably want to increase damage dealt to humans because it's going to hit Sentry. That's going to hit enemy Carnages. That's going to hit Spider-Man. It's not going to hit Silver Surfer. It's not going to hit Null. It's not going to hit Thanos. It's not going to hit Adam Warlock. It's not going to hit Wolverine. So you basically have to... Wolverine is not on this list regardless. But so you kind of have to decide. I would probably say increasing damage to humans makes the most sense. I don't know why it says mutants there. It's really weird. It says mutants at the top, but then it says humans down under. That's a typo. That's a really bad typo. That's really weird. I think it should be mutants, actually, because the other ones are correct. So that's actually supposed to be mutants. If it's mutants, I probably wouldn't do it because it's basically only Wolverine and Jean. Then I would do aliens. Aliens is probably the best one overall to choose because it also bleeds into PvE content. So I'm actually going to go with aliens for now, even though the human one is a bit more meta for PvP specifically. But that's really weird. That's a bit of a bug there. This update has a bit of a polish missing. And then you have damage increase applying to symbiotes again to either heroes, villains, or boss types. So this one, for the most part, villain is going to be your best option because it's going to, again, double dip in PvE and PvP. Really, the only time you would choose heroes is if you're strictly focusing on PvP and you're strictly focusing on taking down the big hero PvP players like Wolverine, Atom, and Sentry, right? So just keep that in mind. But there's really no double dip over into PvE when you choose heroes. All alien allies, this doesn't really matter. Fire resist is probably your best bet because it's going to protect you against Ghost Rider, it's going to protect you against Jean, and I guess a little bit of PvE content. Again, for symbiotes only, this is decreasing damage received from either heroes, supervillains, or boss types. You don't really want to do boss types. Here, I would probably choose villains. Here I would choose heroes over villains, decreasing damage received from them. Generally because decreasing damage from villains, although it does factor into PvE, you don't really need damage decrease. Like if you're dying to World Boss Legend, if you're dying to Dormammu, there's something else going on, right? There's some other skill issue or whatever build issue. Whereas the damage reduction from heroes, that's going to be it's going to help you tank, Spider-Man, tank Sentry, Silver Surfer, Atom, and Wolverine, not Silver Surfer, a lot more easily. Instinct attack, instinct defense, and instinct all resist. Yeah, you just want to go with instinct attack here. Pretty much a no-brainer. You want to scale that up as much as possible. And then human allies again. So again, because this only applies to humans, the fire and poison, the lightning and poison don't really make much sense at all unless you really love Shadow Shell, I guess. Because human allies, most of the lightning damage characters in the game are all aliens. So you'd want to do fire damage for human allies for Ghost Rider and Human Torch. And then for symbiote allies specifically, you have physical attack, energy attack, and then all elemental damage. Elemental damage is just completely off the table. Red Goblin's the only one that applies to. I guess Red Goblin's the only one that applies to. Really meaning pretty much... Oh, no, it applies to Miles Morales as well. Okay, yeah, it applies to Miles and Red Goblin. I still wouldn't do it, but it does apply to both of them. I would probably do physical damage because it's going to do Spider-Man, Carnage, it's going to do Null, it's going to do Venom, it's going to do a lot of characters, it's going to do Miles as well. It's only not going to affect Silver Surfer. So I think Silver Surfer loses this one. It's nice to buff his energy attack, don't get me wrong, because it also helps scale his reflect higher. But as you can see here, the only meta character that deals energy damage is Silver Surfer. Red Goblin, not really anymore, even though he does deal energy damage, not really meta. And then Malekith is not meta either. Everybody else out of the 12 are all physical damage. So that's how I would do it. Oh, I didn't select the option. My bad. Okay, I leveled them all up, and then I didn't apply the one that I was doing. Okay, my bad. But this is how I would set it up. And again, you can change certain ones depending on, or all of them if you want, depending on what you need specifically. And you can always go back here later and level up all of them to get more tokens. It does cost, a pretty amount of gold. It's 4.5 million. So you can see I burned like 100 million gold almost in this video already. But yeah, there you go. That's what I would do. And now I have 169 tokens. That's hilarious. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade this now and see how far we can get. So for Spider-Man and Red Goblin and Venom, they already have existing team-up collections. So for them, so for Spider-Man, he can use this one. And then for Venom, he uses this one and Red Goblin. So unless I get beyond level 16, beyond level 15, I guess, it actually doesn't matter for Spider-Man or Venom. These are all, for everybody else, these are all brand new buffs, right? Carnage, Agent Venom, Silver Surfer, they're loving this. These are all brand new buffs, brand new attack buffs for them. Scaling, right? Brand new Pierce scaling for them. Okay, first failure there with 22 tokens at 75%. Okay, but we got it. I think we locked in our first Pierce, so that's 1% Pierce. So now if we go, for example, like to Silver Surfer, he's got 26% Pierce. But if we go over to Venom, who has 5% pierce from this Sinister 6, he's still at 30. So as you can see there, it does not stack, because otherwise it would be 31 for Venom and 31 for Spider-Man. Another success there. Nice. And last one here. Success again. No. Okay. So with the free tokens, you can see how far you get. You don't get very far at all. I mean, it's not bad. With the free tokens, you get 10% attack and 1% pierce. That's free, right? That's not bad. Obviously it's not free in the sense of like you had to work on these characters, build them up, tier 4 them, buy their uniforms, max them out, whatever. And I do recognize that this team up collection, as Bob pointed out in the live stream, has the most premium uniforms, with Carnage and Agent Venom both being premium, and then uniform wise, and then Silver Surfer, Toxin and Sleeper being premium characters, which if you miss them at the time of their release for free, then you're kind of screwed and you have to pay to unlock them and build them up. So yeah, it is the most expensive team up collection in that regard. However, for the Wallet Warriors, they did add this selector, so I'm gonna buy this once and see how much further this takes me. All right, so we got our 3 chests here. We're gonna choose the symbiote tokens, not once, not twice, but thrice. And this is like 35 bucks, 40 bucks per per set of 600. So we'll see how far that gets me, because the rest of it is basically just crystals. So here we go. Let's see here. Okay, we get a success there. Nice. Next one here at 60%, we fail. Okay, so it's a bit of a coin flip. We fail again. Okay, we fail a 3rd time in a row at 60%. Okay, we finally succeed. Nice. I know that this is not how probabilities work, because it resets every time, but I would like to get the fails out of the way before it gets more expensive. Okay, we failed again. All right, we got it. Nice at 55%. I'm gonna move my camera so you guys can see the percentage go down as we climb here. 50-50, we missed the 50-50. 50-50 again, we missed the 50-50 again. We missed the 50-50 a 3rd time in a row. Okay, we hit it on the 4th try. That happened at 60% and at 50%. We're now down to 40% chance. We hit it on the 1st try. Awesome. Okay, a few more upgrades here. 30% now. Hit it again. Nice. Down to 20%. This is a 1 in 5. We missed it. Okay. One more. We missed it. Okay. Last one. We missed it. Okay. So we got from 10% and 1%, 10% attack and 1% pierce to 23% attack and 3% pierce. But believe it or not, for Spider-Man and Venom, we still have not done anything. Because they're Red Goblin, because they're still taking their original team up collection buffs. So again, if you go there, Spider-Man won't have 33% pierce, he'll just have 30% pierce. And then of course, if you cycle over to someone like Null, he'll have 33 because he already has 5 from his base set. But then someone like Sleeper will just have 28 because he doesn't have any pierce to start with. I'm going to get another one because I really want to push this. We're back with 600 more tokens after another $80 purchase, and yeah, let's go ahead and see with a 20% chance, a 1 in 5. This is a brilliant CTP upgrade. We miss one. Okay, so I think that's the 3rd miss in a row or the 4th miss in a row. Okay, that's the 5th. That's the 6th. Okay. That's the 7th. Okay. There we go. On the 8th attempt, we get it. These hurt the most because it's a lot of failures before you. That was 200 tokens for 1 level. This next level's big because you get 2% extra pierce and 6% attack, but it's only a 15% chance, so it's like a 1 in 6. It's pretty bad. It's like brilliant Uru, guys. Very exciting new content. All right. Let's go. 1st try. No. Okay. 2nd try. We're definitely going to get a 2nd try here. No. Okay. We're definitely going to get on the 3rd try, right? Yes. Okay. We get on the 3rd try. Nice. All right. So we got some tokens left to play. Now, okay. Any upgrade from here will affect Spider-Man from now on. Like this set will take over. So let's go ahead. This is for Big Spidey. We brick it. Okay. This is for second attempt. Big Spidey. No, we missed it. Second attempt for Big Spidey. No, we missed it. Okay. With bated breath, he moves on. All right. All right. Okay. No. Okay. Last one here. No, we bricked it. Okay. Yeah. This one is tough because I don't really want to spend anymore. You can see how you're spending. It's really how it is in Marvel Future Fight. If you spend a little bit, like the first little bit that you spend, you get a lot of bang for your buck. And then every subsequent purchase after that initial purchase, it just gets less and less and less. It really has this like arcing effect where it's very, very valuable at first, and then it just completely collapses. Because realistically, with a 10% chance, we could fail this like 20 times. And that would be more like buying 600 tokens, right? Because you get 600 when you buy that. Divided by 46, that only actually gives me 13 attempts. So I could burn all 13 attempts, and it would still be within average luck, right? So you could just light that up, and it would be gone. So I'm actually, yeah, it's tough. I actually have these tokens here to collect because I tier 4'd Spider-Man, and I can actually go here now, and for the Avengers, I can buff them up. For the Avengers, it's tough because you have Thor, you have Captain Marvel, you have Iron Man, all dealing energy damage, right? Energy attack. Then you have Cap and Spider-Man and Black Widow scaling physical. Hulk doesn't scale either, so he actually doesn't care about that at all. So I'm actually not sure. I think I'm going to do energy attack for Thor because that's who I'm using the most these days. Spider-Man would be nice, but because he can borrow from this one, it's not really as important. But you know what? Screw it. We got this far. I intend to be a cautionary tale against overspending and, you know, taking your wins when you get them and not going all in. Here we go. I'm going all in. 600 tokens. Can we finish this off? There's a very low chance that we're even going to get one level higher, but let's go ahead and see. First one's a brick. Okay. Second one. Second one's a brick. Okay, and this is like actually like the 5th or 6th brick, right? In total. Third one's a brick. Okay. And it's 46 tokens a pop. Fourth one's a brick. Fifth one is a brick. Sixth one is also a brick. Okay. Ooh. I'm nervous. This sucks. Yeah. This is why I don't like doing this stuff, man. I get nervous, and then I feel sad. Yeah, I really wanted to max this out with just 3 purchases, but it doesn't look like it's possible, eh? No. Yeah, this is exactly what I said would happen. Exactly what I said would happen. Buying the whole 600 tokens, and they're all gone. Look at that. And you got nothing, and you get nothing to show for it. That's a bummer, dude. Okay, we got one. Yeah, if you ask me, that was not worth it. If you ask me, that was not worth it. And then it gets worse from there. It goes down to 7%, and then it actually goes down to 5%. So, yeah, it is what it is. The annoying thing now is it's been matched. So, Venom actually gained nothing from the team-up collection. He's sitting at exactly the same level he was with Sinister Six. This is obviously huge for characters that weren't getting anything. So Null, Silver Surfer, Agent Venom, Miles Morales, right? Huge for them. This is massive, 31% attack, 5% pierce. And then, yeah, maybe one day it'll be maxed out and Venom and Spider-Man can enjoy the max. Man, that sucks. That actually sucks. I'm a little annoyed. It's cool, though, that Null has 35% pierce now. That's cool. And it would be even cooler if it was 40%. But yeah, I guess what I'm hoping for now, believe it or not, even after spending $200, is that there's even better offers on tokens for Black Friday, because I kind of do want to go back in one more time, but it's gonna have to be more valuable than what they're currently offering. Anyways, cautionary tale, guys. Don't spend $80 for 1% attack, okay? Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content. Boom! And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.